right, welcome back. Hey, this week we're working on the American Eagle again, and we are going to switch gears and work on the roof. I have some older footage that I'll put in here, but I've already started disassembling one of the units, pulling the control board out. Got with Air Axle, the company, and Corey there just really helped me out. Air Axles, who makes the Coleman air conditioners. I'm switching over to these new Colemans with heat pumps, and I'll be installing those. It's totally different though than the ones that are on there. Those are just AC only, and so that upgrades a lot of stuff. I had to buy new control boxes because my old control boxes didn't control heat, so I've got these brand new control boxes. And I want to do a new thermostat, which I had to go upgrade anyway. It would have been the Coleman multi-zone, but I didn't want to update that. So I got a micro air thermostat, which is the newest thing. It's Bluetooth, you hook to your phone. I can monitor the temperatures inside the bus when I'm not there, which means we can monitor the temperatures that our animals are in. So that's great when we're on the road. So very cool. So I'll kind of go through some of this stuff, but today's goal is I got to go up and button up the air conditioner that I've already torn apart, which I'll show that footage, and if I haven't already. And I don't know how this is all going to go together, to be honest with you, because I was doing multiple projects, right? I'm doing the generator at the same time. But I'll get there and button that up. Then we got to get the bus buttoned up, pulled outside. We got to wash it, and our warm weather's gone, so unfortunately. I used it all up working on the generator, which I did need to get it all painted up and done. So we're gonna have to go wash it in the cold today. I think the wife's gonna help me do that. I definitely got to get that ceiling cleaned. That way that I can seal and paint the ceiling, the roof. So that'll be the big project. I'm replacing the moon roofs and all the caps and the air conditioners, of course. So yeah, anyway, it's nice and cool this morning, so we're waiting it to kind of see if it kind of warms up before we take it out and wash it. But I'm going to start working on the wiring of the new thermostat, the new micro air thermostat. It's kind of weird. I have to take the old ZZ thermostat out, and then I've got to update the wiring to the new Coleman multi-zone, which then matches up to the new micro air thermostat that I bought. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's weird that we're doing it that way, but that's what I got to do. So yeah, I'm going to start popping this apart and then rewiring it to meet the configuration, which doesn't meet the configuration now, but yeah, that's what I got to do. So there you go. All right, well, let me get busy, get started on this. I don't know how much there is going to be to see on here. I would do a how-to, but really not a how-to when you're upgrading like that, because you're not gonna be able to click on this and then just follow the instructions to install your micro air. So yeah, anyway, just know that I'm doing it. I may do a little bit of wiring, but yeah, probably be pretty boring. All right, anyway, pressing on. Oh. I'll leave that in. Look at this. So this sucks because he didn't follow the original hookup colors. So now I'm guessing that this is power. It's going to the orange line, but the orange line is zone 3. I didn't have a zone 3. So now I think I got to refer to the picture at the top and see where that goes. That's crazy. All right, looks like I got to go up top and look at the colors and all that stuff. I'll be back. This is going to be hard. Looks like my truck's here. right, so that was quick and painless. That guy was really nice. And truckers are always so nice when they come back in here. I think he was on his phone with his wife though, because normally they have like long conversations with me. But all right, so I got these unboxed and the top one anyway, and it's of course everything that I want it to be. Really cool. I mean, you can see, look inside and just see the newer technology, whatever. So this is going to be an awesome addition. You know, I'll probably just take the motor out of the fan motor out of the one in the back that freezes up, and put it in this one up here, which works great except for the fan motor's going out, and then sell that unit by itself. And then just trash the rest of it or whatever, or give it to the person if they want the parts or whatever. But yeah, I could make one good unit and sell that out, and then that would help somebody out. I'd sell it cheap too, probably $300 or something like that. Because this that's in total was like $3,700 with shipping and everything else. So yeah, they're expensive. Of course, this is a heat pump. Anyway, there you go. It's a nice unit. I can't wait to lift them up there and get them installed. I think they're a couple £100 each. So I'll have to figure, I'll get to have something to raise them up, the platform, and then I'll pick it up and put it in the bucket or the platform of that, and then lift that platform up there to that height, and that way I can just slide it across. We'll build something. Well, you probably use this pallet. It looks like it's a pretty sturdy pallet, so I'll use that pallet and then build a platform so that it sits up like this, because my forks, if I lift them up, they're not going to reach that high. But if I can get them, if I get it lifted up to where I can, down here on the ground, so it's about this high, then it would reach the top up there. So I wasn't expecting to get them right now, because the site says, and most sites say, allow 2 months delivery, 2 months. So I was really surprised that as soon as I ordered them, it was like 3 days later. Now the trucking company was delayed today, but now 4 days. 4 days later, they're here in my garage. So that's pretty good. The supply chain must be really catching up. So it's good to see. All right, so I've been tearing down the air conditioner on top of the roof in the back just to get this control board out. So on a lot of the RVs, you'll just reach up and turn the knobs, and that has all the components in it that you need to control the unit. In my case, I have a thermostat in the front of the bus that controls the ACs. So I have to have a control box that controls everything. And I took my new heat strips that I had put in the old box that didn't work because this control box couldn't control them. So there's a couple $100 I will save back on there, because I can put these on this and it'll be like emergency heat for your house. You'll have a heat pump with emergency heat. I mean, I don't think they put out that much heat, but they put out some heat. But I have to get a new control boxes to control the power and thermostat and all that stuff. So there'll be a couple $100 each of these that I have to get as well. So fun, but we'll get it done. It's going to be interesting trying to mount all this stuff, because I got to mount those slow starts in here too as well somewhere. So it's going to get interesting fast, I'm sure. But like always, we will figure it out. One thing I hate about these control boxes is they go in the inlet vent. So they're blocking air. It doesn't make any sense. And I don't understand, why there's not a place for these on the outside of the unit. But what do I know? I guess the aerodynamics, I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, there's not. So there's that. All right, well, I'm going to get on the phone with Air Axle and figure out what controllers I need. And then we'll go from there. All right, good morning. Hey, it's Saturday and I've been working on this quite a bit. I've kind of got this AC torn apart. I've got the fan out of it. And here's why. I got a soft start and I end up with this DDORUU version. It's basically the same as Micro Air's. As a matter of fact, when you go to their link to show how to install it, it takes you to Micro Air's YouTube video, which is kind of weird. I think what's going on is that's the manufacturer in China is selling them themselves that make them for Micro Air. So anyway, it's about half the price, whatever. So I'll put the link below. Anyway, so it's kind of weird to figure out, because I'm trying to figure it out based off the Micro Air YouTube channel, and it was a different AC unit. Mine has a heat pump in it, and a condensation pump, and a thermal shutoff, and a bunch of other stuff that the other units don't have. So it got real confusing with the wiring. There is a micro SD card that they send with that, like a thumb drive, I guess is what it is. And when you put that in there, you look it up by brand, so Coleman or domestic or whatever, and then there's a number underneath that, but it isn't the model number. So what you got to do is come in here and pull the cover of wherever the wiring is, and on the back side of the wiring diagram, down here in the corner is a number, and that's the number you need to figure out what wiring diagram you need. And then you pull it up, and it brings up basically my unit and the directions on how to hook it up. So I went through kind of going through it just to see how you do it. So that's what I'll be doing today, is hooking up this slow start or soft start to the AC. So there's quite a bit of discussion about them. I don't know why they don't just come with those now. You'd think they would just be an option, but it wasn't an option that I could choose on the places that I ordered from. But yeah, so basically I can run both air conditioners on a 30 amp service instead of 50 amp with these installed. So that's kind of nice, because we do like state parks, and state parks sometimes don't have 50 amp. So that's really nice. So anyway, I'm going to start hooking this up and kind of going through it, setting the box and doing the wiring and all that stuff. And it's not simple, but it isn't terrible either, right? So anyway, let's get busy and hook this thing up. All right, so what we've done is we just put this in here, figured out where it fit underneath the fan without hitting anything, and we found the place, and I put tape there just so I'd know that's where it is. It is a little cocky right there, and I think because it's sitting on that frame, and probably flatten out later, but for now, that's where it's gonna go. I'm gonna use double-sided tape, and then I may put those 2 screws in there, at least a couple screws in there afterwards, just to zip it down to make sure it doesn't move around. And then we'll start the wiring. All right. All right, so I think that's going to work pretty good for me. I've got a double-sided tape down with some Gorilla tape, and then the 4 screws on there, and I think that's going to hold just fine. We know that it clears the fan. That's the most important thing. All right, so now I just need to start wiring her in. All right, so I think that came out pretty well, other than cleaned up. And I need to put a couple more zip ties back on this wire, the fan wire. I had to cut them so that the fan could extend. So I'll need to zip tie those back up. But other than that, she's ready to go. Now we'll have to get another different control box, which will go in here, because I'm not running it off the dials like the roof dials. Mine goes to a thermostat, and the 2 air conditioners both get control boxes that go to that thermostat. So I've got the note into the company to figure out which control box I need. Once they tell me that, I'll get those ordered. We'll get those installed. I am going to go ahead and start tearing the stuff off the roof at some point so that it's gone. I got a new moonroof, new refrigerator caps, all that stuff. Everything on top is new coming. So we'll strip it all down, re-glue everything, and then top coat the roof with fiberglass paint. and we'll be in good shape. We'll just dress her up there and get that all done at one time. So there you go. I think that's going to be it for right now. Then some couple zip ties, which I probably won't show. So there you have it. Soft start inserted. Not terrible. Not for the faint of heart for sure. I mean, if you don't know how to read a schematic, don't even do it. But if you do know how to read a schematic and go, okay, blue wire goes to PTR, PTCR, all that stuff, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So yeah. Anyway, pretty interesting. Let me get this thing zip tied up, and we'll be done with this one. All right. All right, so we got our second soft start in there. We got her all locked down, got her wired in there. A couple extra zip ties just to make her look nice and fit in the channels. But really good. So both of them are ready to go up on the roof. Once I get the control boards and get the stuff off the top and the thing painted and the new stuff on, and then these will be ready to go. I am going to have to build some kind of lift to put on this forklift so that I can lift these about this high, and that way the forklift can get them up there the height of the roof, because right now it wouldn't reach. So all right, it's still freezing out, but we're going to get set up here and we're going to go ahead and wash the bus because it's not going to get any warmer for the next while, and I need that roof washed before I can start tearing the air conditioners off, sealing it, and putting it back on. So we are going to wash in the freezing cold. My wife's going to come up and help me, and yeah, I don't know. So we'll put this thing on speed and we'll get busy. All right, that's great. I'm so thankful that my wife decided to help me out, but we got her put away. She's semi-clean. She's, you know, she's cleanish. I need to run around and wipe the wheels down real quick before they start spotting up. I think she got the rest of them pretty good. Yeah, so we got the roof done real good up there with some detergent, just a little bit of detergent, got it cleaned off. And then I didn't want to leave that on the side, so we went ahead and washed the whole thing. It needed it anyway. We washed it when we got back, but we didn't wash it good, right? So this was a good wash, wipe her down. It's a good clean. We're ready for the summer, so that's good. But that gives us a nice clean surface up there when we go to paint that roof and repair all those patches and all that stuff too. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna rinse the tractor down, get the ladder in, all the stuff in, and call it a day. You guys are probably all watching the Super Bowl right now, but we are cleaning the RV. It is nice though, because like there's nobody out at all. They're all in there looking at their TVs, except for the lady across there. She doesn't care about it either, so she's over there working. But everybody else is inside. All right, well let me get going. I'll clean this tractor off. It really needed it. I'll wash the wheelbarrow out, and I'll get the bucket cleaned up, and we'll get stuff put away. And what a great day, man! We need to get that done. I thought it was cold, but then you start working, and you're now sweating. So. All right, it's Tuesday morning and it's freezing cold. I did a video yesterday, edited a video yesterday for you. Today, I had a kink in my neck all day yesterday. I don't know what caused it, and it's residing with me today, but I'm still gonna press forward and get something done. Anyway, and it's freezing cold. But it snowed last night too, weird, kind of like rain, sleet, it snowed, and then it just went away this morning. So it's supposed to get up to 41 today, which will be good. But so I'm gonna come out here and pedal. I figure I'll get the brackets off the bottom side of the old air conditioners in there. By the way, I did make up a wiring diagram. Just kind of went through all the wires that I'd found, and then went through all the wires I'd found on top, and made myself a wiring diagram. So now I kind of got good confidence in everything that I need to hook up. The fittings for this should be in today, so we should be able to get on this fuel deal today and get this knocked out, and then I can get it all buttoned up. Let's hope that that happens, because while it's cold, I will suffer through to get that done just so it's buttoned up. Just seems like it's continuing on. Then also this morning, I'm going to raise this as high as it goes to see what the height is on that. And then I'm going to take an old pallet that I have and build a stand, whatever height I need it to be, to make sure that I can get up above the roof of the RV. And then me and the wife will just lift those air conditioners onto that and then lift them up, and then we can just slide them off onto the roof up there. That's kind of the plan, and take the old ones off too. So that's kind of the plan on that. We'll see how that works out. You know, when you don't have I wish I had a cherry picker or something like that, or not a cherry picker, but a lift, but I gotta be thankful for what I do have, and we'll make it work with what I do have. So, yeah. So there you go. So those are kind of the things that we're gonna do this morning. The tractor thing, I think, and then the brackets, and then with the parts come in, we'll get the generator done up. If I get that far, if I get this thing built, I'll be happy. If I get the air conditioners off the roof, I'll be extremely happy. And if I get the generator done, yeah, that just cherry on the cake, or icing on the cake, cherry on the cake. I think that's about the best height I'm going to get out of it, which is actually pretty high. I think that slide's time goes this way, so it will be a little off weight, but it's only 200 pounds. All right, so that's 8 feet of the 13.6 I need. So let's make that about 5 feet, I think, and 6 feet, I guess. So if I go 6 feet, I'm safe. So 6 feet tall, that's pretty tall still yet. Measure this thing again. I'm pretty sure that's the height though. I'll do this stuff. Screw my tape measure up, but yep, yeah. I don't want to hear any comments about my wobbly ladder. I still love it. It's like my old jacket that I got rid of. It may be wobbly, but it's a friend of mine, so I can't get rid of it. All right, so basically 11 foot 6, 7, 8. So 11 foot 8. All right, the cart served us well. It's time to tear her down and turn her into a lift. But yeah, so those two will be two of our upper boards. I got some other boards over here that I'm going to use, and then we'll stabilize it across, leave an extra length on the top as opposed to the bottom, and then I think it's going to work fine. I mean, it's only got to lift a couple. I think they're a little less than 200 pounds, so it's not like it's lifting a terrible lot. It's just more than you can put on your shoulder and carry up the back ladder of the RV. All right, so let's tear this old girl down and turn her into something else. Well, that sucks. The camera died again. Daggone it. So I don't know what I got and what I didn't get. This camera. Killing me. Killing me. All right, well, let me try to get this set up. So basically, I don't know what I've gotten, but I've got the 4 boards cut is what I did. Hopefully this thing got this thing. You know what? Let me just look. Let's see. Get that. Yeah, so it's not going to even get it all. It died in there somewhere. Daggone it. All right, well, since then, I've got the boards out, and I've got them cut. All right, so anyway, let me get the rest of these legs on there now that you're watching, I guess. So I'll try to, usually it beeps, but sometimes it just dies. It's weird. It's got a full battery going to it. I mean, it's charged up, so, all right, probably has something to do with temperature. So I think that's going to be pretty decent. I think she came out all right. I mean, I could put a board underneath here at the very end. That ballard's really twisted on there on the end, but I think they're going to be fine just like that. I mean, they're only sticking out 16 inches really. So, and I got her rocked this way with that board and then this way with that board. So, I mean, is she going to last for 900 years? No, but will she last to load air conditioners up on the roof of this thing? Absolutely. I mean, she's built like a tank for that. And it's not like a tank for, lasting forever. I may just screw this right in here too. Just let it fall where it falls and then zap it in there just like that. That'll give us just a little bit more support on this side. We got that triangle on the other side, so yeah, let me just do that because I have it. And then I'm trying not to cut things up too bad because I like to reuse them, right? So you want to cut them so they're decent, but you don't want to cut them to where you can't reuse the stuff anymore. So, all right, so let's get that zapped in there. I think we're going to be good with that. And then that's definitely enough to get the air conditioners off the roof. And yeah. Pretty good. Of course, I'll tie it down to the forks. I can't pull it too much because it'll pull it over. Maybe I'll jam a board in here or something in there like a flat board if I have one. I'll look, and then that could pull against that. But yeah, other than that, I think it's going to be definitely secure enough, right, to do what we're doing. But I'll get a tie down strap around it somehow. And yeah, she's pretty sturdy just on her own right. The forks are spread out so wide. That's why I had to push it in there. There's just no room for extra. So, yeah. So I think we're in a good place. If nothing else, I'll tie the fork to this so that it doesn't lift up on it or something. But I think it's gonna be good. The question really is can my wife help me get this up high enough? And if not, I'll have to get help. Maybe I'll put a stool on the side for her or something. I don't know. We will figure it out for sure. Maybe I'll get one end up and come around and get the other end, or I don't know. Maybe I'll just lift it up myself. You know what I could do though, now that I'm thinking about it? I could forklift that pallet up to this height and then just slide it across and then come back in and get it up. So there you go. There's our solution. Don't even need the wife. So I'll just slide that on the forks and then come over, slide it onto this, and then I'm on my own, so I don't even need help. All right, now we're talking. All right, I turned all the lights on, so that should be better. I don't know what you're going to be able to see and what you're not going to be able to see. It's going to be tough to film this, I think, because I can't really bring the camera stand in here. Let's see, can you go here? Let's see. I know you can go there. I don't know. Well, it gives you some of the view. I don't know. It's going to be awkward. We're going to be awkward together. Yeah, that's a pretty good view, I guess. Sorry if you don't like it. It's what you get. But we got to open this panel, I think, to get the other 4 bolts. It's good I'm doing this. You know, when you tear stuff apart, you really learn a lot. On how the unit works and what it's doing and what the person before you did, more importantly. This new units are going to be more efficient as well, so that'll be nice, you know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I gotta save this box. I'm not sure. I think I just leave it alone and all that goes up, and then I can just reuse this however it works. We'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna obviously retape it, rebuild it, all that stuff too, so yeah, I think that just sits in there like so and then blows the air up the chambers. So that's disconnected. And there's our 4 bolts. Boom, 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 and boom. Let's see our wire going to the next place, so it just follows that down. So getting wires from one to the other is easy. That's good to know. Just runs right down the air. Wow. There you go. Those are some long bolts, huh? 4 of those is what holds that whole thing on the roof. Woo! Alright, that one doesn't want to move. Wow. That one's stripped or something. Man, I have to get my big wrench on these. Well, I'm going to have to get a breaker bar or something on it. I aired the garage out just a little bit. I didn't want to because it's cold, but I also don't want to die. Let's see, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Let's go left. It's loose. That's what's crazy. It's loose, but it will not move. Wow. I think it's just bending that bolt. Twisting the bolt. Maybe it's going. I don't know. That's tough. Wow. There we go. Something don't seem right. Yeah. So if we get this one started, then we'll get our ratchet back on it. Yeah, there it goes. They don't like it, that's for sure. Interesting, this has a chamber above. Okay, it's blocked off. Huh. Nothing. Daggone. Wow. Well, I think it broke. It's gonna be right in the way. I'll probably break right off too. I'm surprised that one didn't just go. we'll have to drill that out, whoever, if anybody is interested in this machine. I don't know if that's popping here, or if it's actually going. No, it's turning. Okay. I think it'd be getting easier. I don't know what it's doing. No, it's going. It's turning. Okay. Huh. I guess you got the combination of moisture from the AC to on steel, I guess. I don't know. There it goes. I think it broke. Yeah, it broke. Huh. Isn't that wild? All right. So there's the retaining ring off. And I think this just lifts off the top. It's gonna be, yeah. See, I might have lifted it. I'll have to undo some of this tape that's on here that kind of got in between the two, but very nice. Man, those things are so long. No wonder those ones broke off. And that side's always easy. Let's see how this side goes. Give me a guess. Not as easy, but not bad. Not bad. I think this one was off though. They're all more rusty than the front ones, I'll tell you that. Alright, we got the ring out that holds it together, and I'll just do a little push up, just to make sure that she's loose. And of course we still need to disconnect it. Yep, alright. This one's sticking to the fiberglass a little bit more, but she definitely lifts up, so. Alright. Alright, the only bad thing about working in there and then coming out here is it feels cold again. And I got to open this door because I got to get the excavator out of there and then get this tractor lined up. I'll probably try to do this side, the back one first. It's already unhooked. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, honestly. As you can see, there's a little snafu in our plan. It's not quite tall enough. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another board on top of these two, and then I'm going to move this up and over and be on top of that. And that'll give us that extra clearance that we need to get up there. So that'll be 2.5 and 2.5, so that'll be 5.5 inches. And that looks like about what we're shy, 6 inches. And I think it's because we're not at the top of the pallet, we're at the bottom of the pallet. And so we lose 4 or 5 inches right there. And that's probably my miscalculation as I was looking. So let's get this unzipped real quick. We'll get this thing off and then we'll get it to the other side. Put in 2 more boards on top of this, and then we'll put those boards on top of that, and then we should be fine. So yeah, you know, you can't get it all right every time. So right, so we did a quick recovery. That gave us what, almost to what, 2.5 inches, and then another 1.5 inches, and then another 1.5 inches. So that gave us quite a bit. Well, this one doesn't count, I guess, because it's got to go over. So there you go. So that gave us quite a bit of room. I think we got what, 4.5 inches maybe, and I think that's about what we lost down there. So we'll see if this goes over. It should just be at least the height of the daggone awning there. So that's what we're going for anyway. All right, let's try again. I am going to be replacing this cap, so that's okay. I just don't want to hurt it if I can get away with not hurting it. Now let's just double check in here. We'll just kind of keep that open so we can push the, oh, we got wires, so we can't slide that under there. All our wires will be in the way. See if I can push those all down in there. All right, now we can do it. Cardboard. Now let's just go for a drop around that pipe. We're gonna be on top of that pipe, but I think the pipe's fine. Ooh, we gotta clean under there, huh? Are these leaving marks too? Probably not, probably just me. I don't know. Okay, you gotta do it anyway. You gotta do something to get this thing out here. All right, come on. Yeah. Can you get on there? Ah, come on. Ah. Woo. Gonna be worn out just doing the one. All right. Woo! All right, what do you do now? Let's go down and take that one off. We'll come up, we'll have to clean that up separately, of course, but woo, doggy. Let's go tractor that down. Gotta go here, switch shoes, climb the ladder. This one always gets me. I forget it's there, even though it's bright as can be. All right. Now I'm happy to do the Mr. Rogers shoe switch. Thankfully, my viewers, most of them, are of the age they'll know who Mr. Rogers is. Just a good neighbor. Just a good neighbor. I actually try to mimic him a little bit, taking care of my neighbors, being concerned. I like trains. Heck. Won't you be my neighbor? Yeah. Whew. Well, I'll put you right here this time. No one's way over there. Slowly lift. the, I don't know, 30, 45 minute probably mark. So I'm going to cut the video here. Hopefully you guys are getting a good grasp on what I'm doing. Trying to get these air conditioners off by myself was quite the chore. So we got one off, and we'll get the next one off next episode or whatever. But yeah, so anyway, thanks so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be, please won't you be my neighbor? Entertainment at its finest.